Welcome back. Semi-final round here for our Gym Challenge, League Challenge in Pico Rivera, California at Psycho Turtle. Come out and support Psycho Turtle at any time, but also when we have these tournaments. Dennis Geisler here with Ryan Wayne for the semifinals. I keep rotating different co-casters with me.
No, you're good. You're
through
good.
here. It's fun having different people in. Benjamin Harlan and Josh Denk both back on stream here.
Oh, yeah.
Benji with the Reggie Drago, Ogrepon Hearthflame, Tornadus, Incarnate, Urshifu Rapid Strike for a draft, and that Zacian Terra Fairy with the Rusted Sword. Going to be Behemoth Blade, play Rough, Sword Stance, and Protect. And on Josh's side, Tornadus Incarnate, Urshifu Rapid Strike, Chenpao, Amoonguss, Iron Hands with the Kyogre, Terra Grass, Mystic Water with Water Spout, Origin Pulse Protect, Ice Beam. What are you feeling with these two teams? Did you play either of them today?
I have not, actually. But, I've seen these archetypes before. Obviously, you have, Rain team with Kyogre, and then you have the Zacian team with Reggie Drago.
Yeah.
I'd say, Benjamin has a bit of a plus because he has different avenues for the speed control because he does have the Farigiraf as well. It's always tough because I feel like Tornadus does well in the rain, and I feel like especially if you have that going against you, it's built for a rain team. When we see Josh's side, so I feel like he might have a slight edge, but obviously both of these people are very, very skilled. So I think if Reggie Drago gets off the moves at the right time and everything, I think he'll be good.
Yeah, it's always interesting when both teams are kind of ready to at least pro setting up the same weather archetype. Because Benjamin does have the manual rain with the Tornadus, and obviously Josh has rain on Kyogre as well as the manual rain on the Tornadus. So there's not really any way that either of them is going to stop rain from getting up if the other one wants it, but both of them are kind of pro having it on, so it ends up being a kind of weird middle space between that.
So I think especially, I feel like especially with on Ben's side, because it is a rain team in the sense of it's good if you want weather control and everything, but if he has Ogrepon in the back or anything, that can be tricky. Alright, so we are going to see on Josh's side the Tornadus and the Urshifu Rapid Strike, and we see the Zacian and Tornadus on Ben's side.
Yeah, so, always the fun part about Tornadus is when both of them have Taunt, and you have to wonder if either of them is going to taunt the other one. They're also both Terra Dark, so they could also both prevent a taunt from going on to them. But do they want to burn the Terra this early just to be able to get the Tailwind off?
Game one, maybe not. I think right now you kind of have to feel out where the other is coming from.
Yeah, and you might just both want to click Tailwind and just say, okay, we'll figure out what to do after this. Potentially both lose our Tornaduses right now.
Yeah. I think it is important to know the speed interaction before you going for the taunts on each other.
That's also true, whether or not they are actually speed tied or not.
Yeah. Alright, so we are going to see the Terra go through, and into the Zacian.
It's very Terra, so we'll boost the play rough damage quite a bit. Also takes away the steel typing if it was going for a close combat or something. Don't know why it would have, but in any case. Tailwind.
So Ben's should be faster, unless it's a speed tie.
Yeah. Still possible that it's a speed tie, though. We do have to keep it as a consideration, at least.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, Surging Strike seems right in there. Does a little over half.
It's not terrible damage, but I'm worried that Play Rough is about to just knock out the Urshifu.
Very much so. We do see
and it does hit.
Go off. And, that is a very, very strong physical attacker right
Ring
now.
the bell.
Yeah. Which means what he has in the back, if we're going to talk about physical damage, is that good old Iron Hands. Which isn't a bad one to have, but especially with the fairy going on. What Terra does he have? Grass, so mitigate some of it, but losing your Urshifu, one of your big
There's not really a great answer right now, because anything that you have, you don't want to get hit really hard by Zacian.
Yeah. Very least, this
and even this spot right here, you kind of have to say, okay, I have to probably double up my damage, because this is a no Heavy Slam Iron Hands set, so you don't have the super effective damage against the Zacian. You have Wild Charge and Low Kick are your damage moves against it, and At this point, you might just have to say, okay, I'm going to double up on the Zacian and hope I do enough damage.
Yeah, I feel like, especially because there's that fake out pressure, obviously it's not going to go into the Tornadus. It's like, I feel like it's so easy to just press protect just in case. We are going to see the switch out, and Kyogre will be coming in.
Okay. I'm always a little concerned to do something like that and be like, oh, hey, here's my big important restricted. I hope you don't play rough it, but obviously we get the protect here, so not a concern yet.
I think it's relatively clean because the protect, it's like, obviously the pressure being doubled up too makes sense, especially with fake out. Ooh, what that does lower Kyogre's speed and Iron Hands.
The double speed drop.
It doesn't matter too much on our... Ooh, that is a wild charge, and it takes out this Tornadus.
So that's good for Josh. The double speed drops are not ideal.
No, not at all. Well, I mean...
They can be played around to some degree, but they're certainly not what you're looking for in this situation.
Not at all, especially... what kind of Kyogre is this? All right,
it is Terra Grass.
It is Terra Grass.
Like, you do have routes to play a lot slower around this Kyogre and just click Origin Pulse and stuff, but you also... It doesn't feel great to do that, and with the amount of damage Iron Hands has already taken between the Bleak Wind and the Wild Charge recoil, you have to be a little worried about just, like, losing all your Pokemon to Zacian.
I think that's a big possibility, because right now... Because you can outpace everyone, like, you're doing massive damage to either one because Iron Hands can't protect here, and then, as we saw, I believe post-combat is going to go into this Kyogre, which definitely is going to take a big chunk because this one is banded, not choice, so it will be doing a ton more damage here. Yeah,
exactly. It's just... This is a really, really high-power Urshifu, and it's going to be faster than both these Pokemon because of the speed drop. We're going to put the Terra Grass onto the Iron Hands. Might let it take a play rough, which might make all the difference here.
Right.
We'll see if it does now.
I think it should. Yeah,
Nope.
We always give it a benefit of doubt. I mean, I feel that's still the right call.
I don't think it was the wrong call, and I don't think that not terrestrializing Iron Hands there... Like, I don't know what other option would have allowed Josh to win this game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else you could have done about that. Like, what was there to do about those two Pokemon clicking those two moves?
I think the only thing you could have done is pray that, play rough misses, but...
Yeah. And that, I mean, it doesn't really have anything to do with whether you decide to Terra your Iron Hands or anything, so...
100%, yeah. But that Urshifu is locked in, and I think, obviously, it's pretty much writing on the wall, Josh will...
I would have probably let it rock with Bleak Wind and saw how much it did, but it probably wouldn't have mattered.
I think Josh just wants to get on into
just get on going to game number 2. A nice game 1 from Benji. I mean, played well around the Zacian. I think that Josh is going to need to try something else to try to get through this team.
Yeah.
Like, just something that threatens the Zacian a little bit more and more immediately, if that makes any sense.
I'm looking at...
Or at least something, or even something that takes less damage against Zacian. Because it feels like this entire team is very weak to Zacian.
Yeah, I'm looking at it, and I'm not seeing anything that, at the very least, does super effective damage. I can see... If you have, like, Surging Strikes in the rain against Zacian, that might help out, but maybe you Terra to help, then you don't have to worry about play rough as much. But, I mean, it's still risky. Like, there is no, like, hard answer, like you said.
Yeah, exactly, and I also wonder, maybe you know that you're not faster than the other Tornadus, but maybe you gamble on the speed tie and go for a taunt.
Yeah.
But even then, I think that's kind of risky. I mean, I don't think Benji has to do anything other than just go for the same lead as last time. And that's the thing, you even talked about it in the pregame before Game 1. Regidrago matches up really well into this team. He didn't even need to bring it.
Oh.
He could have brought it, and Josh didn't know about it. We know that he didn't bring it, but, like... It's also really easy to just say, okay, time for Regidrago, and click Dragon Energy a million times, and what does Josh really do about that?
Yeah, it is tough. I guess, like, you do have Sucker Punch, you have some things to kind of help out, but there's also some redirection on Benji's side as well. Alright, we're going to see a change-up with the Amoonguss and Kyogre.
And I like how Benji played this out, because it was expecting a more, like, a more bulky, slower lead from Josh, and Regidrago plays against that so well. Because now you can just Tailwind Dragon Energy.
Yeah, that's pretty free damage right there.
And it's a lot of free damage.
Yeah.
And there's nothing, and there's no good switch against that.
Not really.
So it's going to be real tough for Josh to play this now.
Alright, we are going to see the attack.
I think that makes sense, and maybe you can try to get a sleep or something.
Yeah, double into it. Yeah, I don't think this, it's going to make it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Mungus is not. Oh, and the speed drop.
Just
not that it matters.
Salt in the wound.
Yeah. Dragon Energy, I mean, it can't miss, so it's going to hit. So, it does, and I mean, that is the thing about the Life Orb Dragon Energy set, is it does weaken itself every time that it uses its move, but also, does it weaken itself enough to not be scared of just straight up Bleak Wind Dragon Energy?
Yeah.
Or even Tailwind Dragon Energy, like when, like if this is Tornadus that comes out, yeah. I mean, I'm not 100% sure whether Regidrago or Kyogre's faster. I think it's probably Kyogre.
I think at this point you both go for Tailwind and see if anything happens of it. Oh, I think we are going to see the taunt here.
It'd be crazy.
Well, I'm like, if I'm looking at a scene and I'm like, the only other Pokemon I can see, at least immediately, where the Terra helps would be Chifu.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it is get Tailwind up, hope that Benji does go for that taunt, and that your Kyogre is able to outspeed, maybe get an Ice Beam off.
Yeah, and Benji does get the taunt ahead of time, and so Tornadus won't be able to click the Tailwind.
Alright, Origin Pulse.
Oh, Kyogre does go for Origin Pulse. I'm surprised that Benji didn't go for the Protect Regidrago. Tornadus took the hit. Benji seemed pretty excited about that, about that take there. Regidrago takes a bit more damage after getting the big Draco Meteor onto the Kyogre, but...
Yeah, now we can just set up Tailwind, go for Draco again.
Yeah.
And then pretty much have it for the rest of the game if this doesn't knock out.
Yeah, and I mean, even if it does, like, it probably won't knock out the Tornadus at -2.
Yeah, no.
But you're going to be able to bring in 2 full health Pokemon to take advantage of what you have already set up here.
Yeah, and Taunt won't be expiring until like the turn after anyway.
Yeah,
so
exactly. You're going to have the Tailwind advantage with Zacian and something else in. I already forgot what it is. It's probably Urshifu.
Yeah.
Kyogre will Protect, which makes some sense, but also it's going to get hit by there's the Tailwind, and
maybe it's in the sense of like,
see what Draco does.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. It'll take it down with the next Draco Meteor.
Yeah.
Well, it won't get the opportunity to because Bleak Wind hit both of them because it's in the rain.
All right, so I guess we do have the Snafu. If you're on Joshua's, do you switch out the Tornadus to bring it back so you have Tailwind, or is that just? I don't know. I don't
know that you can. That's the thing. I don't know what Josh can do. Like, what is the win condition here? What is the thing you do damage with that you win by doing?
Exactly.
Because if Benjamin just clicks, like, Behemoth Blade into... Well, and I guess it doesn't really matter, but you can... Yeah, you click Behemoth Blade into Tornadus, and you click Surging Strikes into Kyogre, and then what?
I think... You know, like...
Because you can't Protect. If you switch out, you just take a bunch of damage with whatever comes in.
Yeah.
Tailwind's still up. Like, and even if somehow there's Tailwind up and Urshifu comes in, and they're both able to get an attack off, like, what do they do? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it will be... I don't remember when into Play Rough or... Oh, yeah, it did. So that's just one shot,
And even, and it makes sense. I mean, it was the riskier play on some level, because if it missed, then it would have been kind of bad, but not that bad.
Yeah, you're already ahead.
Yeah, because you would have absolutely gotten rid of the Kyogre regardless of anything that happened this turn.
Yeah.
And then it would have been like Tornadus and Urshifu, and I wasn't that afraid of those two.
No, I think, Benji has locked in his ticket to the finals. dealer's choice, and yeah, Josh will...
Another... Yep, Benjamin Harlan with the 2-0 victory in the semifinals. We were getting the pretty clean wins in Top Cut. We have not gotten a lot of very exciting matches. First one was a clean 2-0 in quarters. This is a clean 2-0 in the semis, and I mean, we've seen a little bit of that Zacian Reggie Drago team, but it's not meta for a reason, but this was a really good matchup for it, and it was just played very well. And I mean, Zacian is just bulky enough, especially with its natural typing, which is obviously an incredible typing, the Fairy Steel. It's just bulky enough to take a lot of hits, and you can always know that you're able to do a lot of damage in any situation. And if you're with the Tornadus and you're able to get that tailwind up, you can be faster and everything. It's just like, it's really annoying to play against. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know currently who the finals opponent for Benji is going to be, but we'll see if that team has a better answer for Zacian.
Yeah, all I'm hoping for is Game 3. Make it epic.
Just an epic one. Yeah. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back for the finals. Don't go anywhere.